Hi, welcome back to Unit 2 Language. This is Lesson 2, Precise Words. You'll find this information in your textbook on pages HB 44 and 45. In Lesson 1, we talked about registers and how word choice is the difference between casual and formal language. When considering your words, you also have to think about choosing words that carry exactly the meaning you're looking for. You've probably seen headlines like, Nets hold on to edge out Clippers, or Badgers knock off Wildcats. The writer could have simply used the word beat, but to sports fans, these newspaper headlines are a bit more informative as a result of the words chosen. That's what precise wording does for your writing. Be and do derivatives, am, is, are, was, were, doing, and done are very flexible English verbs. We use them a lot, like a lot. So much so that they're very broad and generic and imprecise. So try not to rely too much on them. Check your writing to see where you can replace forms of these words with more precise verbs. Here's an example of what I mean. David Sedaris' essay, Us and Them, focuses on his love-hate relationship with his family, is more precise than saying us and them is about his relationship. Using solving crossword puzzles here, instead of saying some doctors no longer believe that doing crossword puzzles can delay the onset of senility or Alzheimer's disease, makes for a stronger sentence. However, sometimes using a form of be or do is the right choice, such as when you're describing something or someone. Most critics agree that Citizen Kane, Casablanca, and The Shawshank Redemption are some of the finest movies ever made. There just isn't a better verb than are to use here. That's why I say pay attention to your writing and look for where be and do derivatives are appropriate and where they're just too generic and imprecise. Abstract words refer to general qualities or ideas such as truth or beauty, whereas concrete words refer to specific things that can be perceived with our senses, like books or lipstick. You'll often need to use words that are general or abstract, but remember that specific concrete words can make your writing more precise and more vivid, and can make an abstract concept easier to understand. In Joan Didion's work, there has always been a fascination with what she once called the unspeakable peril of the everyday. The coyotes by the interstate, the snakes in the playpen, the fires and Santa Ana winds of California. The concrete words coyotes, snakes, fires, and winds help explain the abstract peril of the everyday. Figures of speech, such as similes and metaphors, are words used imaginatively rather than literally. They can help readers understand an abstract point by comparing it to something they're familiar with or can easily imagine. His body is in almost constant motion, rolling those cigarettes, rubbing an elbow, reaching for a glass, but the rhythm is tranquil and fluid, like a cat licking its paw. The simile, like a cat licking its paw, helps the reader understand what the writer means when he says the rhythm is tranquil and fluid. And so, before the professor had even finished his little story, I had become a furnace of rage. The metaphor, I had become a furnace of rage, illustrates the writer's feelings of anger and frustration. Using precise language by avoiding be and do derivatives, and by using concrete words and figurative language to illustrate abstract ideas, makes writing more vivid and informative. That's it. That's all of Lesson 2. Be sure to check Canvas for a quiz, and I'll see you next time for Lesson 3, Idioms. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks to Slides Carnival and Unsplash for their help with my slides template. See you next time.